What's up, ComicsVersers? I'm Mark Hassenfratz, and you're here with us at C2E2. Joining me today is Todd Black. He's the creator of Guardian and Home, two great new series, and we're going to be talking with him about that today. So how's your con going so far?
Well, at C2E2, and this is the con I go to like every year, so every year is great. And just to be back in Artist Alley with all these amazing people and cosplayers, it's a blast every which way from Sunday.
Great. So first, tell us about the premises of these two new issues.
Well, Guardians is about two heroes that were literally created by a deity to protect a city in need. And they were given all these powers and perfect control over them, but they have zero people skills. And so what happens is after they save the day, they go and run off to this watchtower called the Perch, and they'll just stand there and watch over the city and just wait to be needed. Then they'll go save the day and come right back, because that's all they know. And eventually they start asking themselves, is there more to our lives than this? Just this purpose that we think we've been given? And it really opens things up, especially once the supervillains come in, and it's a lot of blast. And we actually just finished our 15th issue, which will be on sale soon. So that's just amazing for me. Then Home is about a young woman named Alicia who was born with natural blue hair. And that makes her an outcast on our Earth, because, that just doesn't happen. Even though I wanted to, I'm just saying. And so she just lives her life, just in this repetitiveness of getting these dirty looks and these insults. And eventually she finds out she can see and manipulate living computer code that she just sees on everyday objects in her city. And so when she starts to manipulate it, she can fix things in the real world. And so this gives her new life, new purpose, but things take a twist when she accidentally opens up a portal to another dimension and gets flung into this futuristic medieval world called Altaria. And now she's stuck there until she can find a way home, if she can get home, if she wants to get home. And that's fun for me. And for Alicia, this is really much a story about not just trying to get her way back home, but finding out where is your home and what is your life all about if it's not what people think it is. So
that sounds great, yeah. And so what are some of your influences and how have they impacted the work you're doing now?
Well, I'm a DC and Marvel fanboy, and I play a lot of video games, so, all those just add to it. But with Guardians, it was what would be my superhero story? And I started thinking about all the things I didn't like in DC and Marvel. And it's not a diss on them, because everyone has their preferences, but it's just, I was thinking, what could I tell that I know they won't? And that's how Guardians came to be. Then with Home, it started out as this large, incredibly grand scale idea, but then I found out I couldn't do this, and I was like, let's scale it back, make it more personal. And I kind of use a lot of my own life influences, because Alicia, she's persecuted, she's ridiculed, she's bullied, and I'm like, I want to show that this happens not just on a grand scale, but on a small scale, and that's the story I get to tell with Home. And I still get to have, futuristic knights and monsters and computer code magic, and it's all these things just come together to make these comics, and it's a blast to write.
What are your favorite kinds of stories to tell, and what stories do you see yourself telling as a writer in the future?
I like stories with meaning, and what I mean by that is that even in the simplistic issues where there's very little plot, you still get a feeling from it. And I do that with Guardians, where I have sometimes pages with no text because of the context of the story, but just still understand what is going on in every single way. I like stories with characters, deep characters, characters you care about, characters you say, I want to know what happens to them next, because they mean that much to me. And that's the kind of characters I want to write. And, with Home and with Guardians, I have these opportunities, and, looking forward to the future, I just adding more layers, What are the Guardians going to face next? Who is going to be the next ally? Who's going to be the next enemy? That's exciting to me. And with Home, it's just, where is Alicia going to end up? And what happens after that? It's just these questions that really drive me to keep writing these great stories.
Great. That sounds like a good mechanism to keep going. Is there anything else exciting upcoming that you want to tell the people at home?
Well, Home, we just had Home number 2 just got funded on Kickstarter, so we'll definitely be doing a third one eventually. So just stay tuned for that on our Facebook page, Home miniseries, or Facebook on /Guardians. Just keep spreading the word, because as much as it's about the indie comics writers, getting our stuff to them, it's all about the fans. Saying this is different, let's try it out, and then spreading the word. And that's all I can ask of the great fans of ComicsVerse. So.
Well, you heard the man. Spread the word. Okay, so unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today, but thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Great. And ComicsVersers, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also go to comicsverse.com for more in-depth comics analysis and theory. Thanks again, Todd. We look forward to great things from you. And until next time, have a good one.